This question is for Sarah. Sarah, one of our participants, congratulated you on your success with pilot testing and was curious what time of day you offered your workshops.
Yes, I did mine in October to November. I did it from 6 to 8 p.m. I did it on 6 successive Thursday nights. And I really think time of the year makes a big difference a lot of times with participation, like before major holidays. Like I found in the fall, early spring is a really good time to do a series of workshops. Summer a lot of times tends not to be just because of participants being on vacation. But I was very fortunate in that I was able to sustain the participants during that time. And I really think the incentives and, of course, the quality of the materials also had a lot to do with it.
Great. This is kind of a follow-up question for me. Are you planning to teach the workshops again in the future? And if so, would you teach around the same time?
Yes. I'm planning on doing both a series in Giles and Pulaski in the spring. This time I will be doing it in this early spring. I plan on doing it in March. One on Monday nights in Pulaski and Thursday nights in Giles.
Great. Well, we look forward to keeping in touch and hearing about your successes in the future. Katrina, another question for you. We've had a lot of interest in the Spanish translation of the educational handouts, and one of our participants would like to know if we have any future plans for translating other materials into Spanish.
Another great question. So at this point, we started with translating the handouts because we believe that those could actually stand alone. If you were looking for just one quick takeaway from each of the workshops, the handout really is a great source for that. At this time, we don't have immediate plans, so I can't give you an immediate timeline of when other materials may come out, but we're always looking into opportunities to make the workshops more available and accessible for a variety of communities. So keep coming back to our website, and as we're able to kind of add more to this, we will be able to share that information with you all as well.
Katrina, another question for you, not a direct follow-up. Someone would like to know if these materials are appropriate for audiences with limited resources and how you can get the most out of the workshops if you do, in fact, have limited resources.
That's a great question, and actually we're definitely very cognizant of making sure that the workshops could be applicable in a variety of communities. In fact, one of the workshops is specifically focused on kind of budgeting and putting together meals and things to that. Sarah spoke about the funds that she used to add to the workshops, and I know I've seen a few questions that are coming in that are asking how could we fund this. And Sarah was able to go a little bit beyond and have more prizes and recipe books and other things to add to it. The items that, bare bones if you wanted to teach the workshops, there's just a few food samples and taste testing supplies that would need to be purchased. And so it may be something that your site or your work site or whatever group you're involved with is able to provide a small amount of funds to be able to cover that. None of the recommendations within the workshops themselves are suggesting to participants that they need to be going out and spending money on things. I think, if anything, we're doing the opposite as to how to read through a grocery store ad and how to plan meals on a budget, plan things out ahead of time. So this is definitely a series of things that can be used in a variety of communities, whether you're on a budget or not on a budget, and variety of literacy levels as well.
Those are really great points. Thank you, Katrina, for that fantastic answer and description of our materials that we're so excited to share with you today. This is another question for Sarah, and we'll have just a few more questions for Sarah and Katrina. Sarah, someone would like to know if you promoted the workshops before you taught them, and in the future how you'll spread the word about the workshops before they begin.
Excellent question. It was kind of interesting. Once I found out about the pilot series, I had probably 2.5 weeks to start marketing it, to get it done by the deadline. So I personally maintain a marketing list of agencies and individuals that I contact whenever I'm going to be doing any kind of educational program. And I disseminated that and did radio spots, flyers, newspaper ads. But actually, to be honest, the most effective was personal contacts. And from that, once I had contacted some people initially, they would contact their friends. And so, I was very fortunate that I was able to get the participants in a short period of time, and they helped increase participation by encouraging their friends and family to participate also.